Dear photographers, journalists, researchers and colleagues, first of all, let me wish you a nice and inspiring Nile Day. I'm a bit sad to be here in Delft, far from the Nile and not with you today, but I'm also very happy that this year we can celebrate Nile Day with a new phase of the Everyday Nile project. The first edition of Everyday Nile brought together 9 photojournalists from different Nile Basin countries with the idea of repicturing the river. We wanted to move away from stories that are often framed according to the narrative of water wars, water security, and through the lenses of the national interest. By representing everyday experiences, activities, and relations that people have with the river and its water, Everyday Nile aims at connecting different countries in the basin, different water uses and sectors like agriculture, leisure, fisheries, or different professional groups like journalists, researchers, water professionals. I would like to share with you 2 things that I've learned thanks to Everyday Nile. The first is that photos are very good at creating connections. Look at these 3 photos that belong to 3 different Everyday Nile stories. The photojournalists didn't agree before. These are 3 photos of different boats and people on the Nile. The first, by Miriam Watsemba from Uganda, portrays a nurse standing on a boat on the shores of Lake Victoria, near the sources of the Nile in Jinja. The nurse is posing where a clinic used to be located, but now it has been submerged by the rise of the lake's water. The water looks calm and blue, reflecting a clear sky. To me, this atmosphere evokes a dissonance between the sense of calm transmitted by the water and the stillness of the lady that suggests a sort of contemplation, but also resignation in front of a loss which is due to climate change. The second photo is taken by Martha Tadesse on the Baro River, a tributary of the Nile flowing from Ethiopia to South Sudan. A fisherman paddles in muddy waters. The water is brown and it reflects a troubled grey sky. We are in the aftermath of one of the recurrent floods hitting the region. And because of the color of the sky and the movement of the fisherman, I feel tension, but also action, agency, and resilience. After the flood, it is still home, as the title of Magda Tadesse's story suggests. And in the third photo, Tony Wilde brings us back to Lake Victoria, this time on the Kenyan side. Fishermen are replacing kerosene lamps with more sustainable and safer solar lamps. The water and the sky in the photo are relatively dark. We are in the twilight, but the lamp lights up the photo and sheds light on a solution. I see mastery in the way the fisherman holds the lamp and offers it to the camera. So as you can see, these 3 photos share similar framing with the boat and the person standing at the center, but tell very different stories. People and water bodies are connected in different ways. And connecting these 3 photos made me reflecting what type of stories should we tell. Stories of loss and resignation, stories of agency and resilience, or stories of knowledge and solutions. These 3 photos also show the mesmeric power of the combination of water and light to evoke those narratives. The other important thing that I learned was during the final exhibition that we did in Cairo in June 2022. There I realized the importance of watching all these photos and all these stories together. Because most of the time we consume news, information, photos through the screen of our social media and telephone. They are called social media, but actually they're rather individualistic. We only see stories and photos from our media bubbles. Watching and commenting these photos together at the exhibition was instead a great opportunity to share and confront our perspective and our gazes on the Nile River. I hope that we'll be able to hold another photo exhibition, because indeed this is the added value of a project like Everyday Nile, making all of us more aware of our perspective on the river and also learning the perspective that other people have on the same river. So I hope that this workshop will give you plenty of inspiration for crafting your own stories, and also learning from the stories and ideas that other participants will share. So let me thank all the people that have made this workshop possible: InfoNile, MICT, FOTEA, and of course the donors who are supporting our work: IHE Delft Water and Development Partnership Program, JRS, and GIZ. I'm looking forward to see your stories and to celebrate those stories in a final exhibition somewhere in the Nile Basin, hopefully for next Nile Day. So again, I would like to wish you happy Nile Day and a lot of inspiration for Everyday Nile.